The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Well, this is the Alpha Sessions, and I'm here with Charlotte Bettson. Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to start with, how did your musical journey start for you?
When I was like a young girl, I got like a guitar and started guitar lessons. And then I just kind of like lost interest in it. And then later on, when I sort of got to like middle school, I started singing lessons, and then I stopped those. And then it was basically I started singing lessons again in like high school, and then I went to watch my singing teacher do a gig, like performing all of her own original songs. And it kind of inspired me to just start doing the same and writing songs. And then it started from there, really.
I think it's really interesting when people pick something up and then don't sort of pursue it and then pick it up quite a long time later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's funny. It's like when the time's right, you do it.
Yeah, exactly, somehow.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your single Piggyback?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
First of all, what's it about?
It's about like not knowing when to say yes and when to say no, like when an opportunity arises, and like trying to recognize what's too good to be true and stuff.
And how do you know when to say yes and when to say no?
Oh gosh. Wow, I think it's a thing that I still struggle to understand, but I guess going with your gut feeling, really, probably.
Is it more things like things that you don't like doing versus things that you do like doing, and then like people, I guess there's that sense of pressure without realizing, and you don't feel like you can necessarily be honest if you don't want to do something?
Oh, definitely,
Is that
yeah.
kind of what it's about?
Kind of, yeah, there is that element to it. And then, yeah, like in terms of like someone coming up to you and saying like, oh, do you want to be a part of like this amazing opportunity? And but it's actually not what it turns out to be. And then it's like kind of you getting yourself involved with it for them, they're actually benefiting more off it than you, kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally get that. Did you write that during the pandemic?
Yeah, at the start of sort of the start of the pandemic last year.
I find that really interesting because I think the more we're on Zoom and the more we were doing less with life, I guess, the more we were forced to kind of be honest about like what we did and didn't want to do. Like if you were told that or invited on Zoom or asked to go on Zoom or whatever and you didn't want to, you didn't have as much of an excuse. So you kind of had to be honest and say, okay, I don't want to go on Zoom today, or do you know what I mean? So I feel like the fact that you wrote the song during that time where, I don't know about you, but I think I was forced to be a bit more like honest with myself, is really interesting.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like there's not many other excuses. Like if you don't want to do the pandemic when all we can do is stay at home, it's like
Yeah, exactly. Like normally you can say, oh, I'm busy with my mates or I'm going out to a party or whatever, but obviously like you can't. So
yeah, 100%.
And the video is pretty cool too. Talk us through that and what's like where the inspiration for that came from.
Thank you. So I started when I was planning the video. I kind of wanted it to be me like walking through different places with like a backpack on, a big backpack or something, but which it happened. Walking through different places where eventually like I get to the top of a mountain and there's like obstacles that come in the way. So basically the pig that you see, that's like someone sort of trying to like entice me into something, and then I kind of like run away from it. And then but on the way it's nothing to do with it really, but a lost turtle, and then I find the turtle, but yeah, and then eventually I get to like the top of the mountain, which is kind of meant to be like success.
So what's the significance of the turtle?
Well, I was just on a random walk in Derby before I even was gonna like release piggyback, and then there happened to be this monument of a giant turtle, so I just sat on it and like I had a picture taken on it, and then we just thought, oh, that would be amazing artwork for your piggyback. So I thought, oh yeah, so we used that as the artwork, and then created the video around that. We thought, how could we incorporate the turtle in it? Oh, and then it turned out that my someone in the village like runs this company where she goes around with like not zoo animals, and like animals like parrots and turtles. So we borrowed her turtle and her parrot for the day in my village, and like, yeah, just got them in the video.
Well, I know I'm better alone, 'cause this is my journey, I wanna play it solo. Well, I know when to say yes and when to say no, 'cause you keep on leading me down all these weird roads. All the things you say, I don't think you're honest, waiting for the day you give me what you promised. Are you trying to piggyback on my success, or do you really wish me all the best? Why are you tagging along, trying to be a part of every next move? Are you hoping it'll bring you fame, or you really want to play the game? Well, I ain't not stupid, but you gon' make your own way. I wonder what's going on in your head. You're thinking I'll take you with me, but I'll leave you there instead. All the things you say, I don't think you're honest, waiting for the day or give me what you promised. Are you trying to piggyback on my success, or you really wish me all the best? Why are you tagging along, trying to be a part of every next move? Are you hoping it'll bring you fame, or you really want to play the game? Well, I ain't not stupid, but you gon' make your own way. Don't need you, but you need me. Only wanna get your name on screen, waiting there so selfishly I leave. Don't need you, but you need me. Only wanna get your name on screen, waiting there so selfishly I leave.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Also, your debut EP, Overcome Your Anxiety, you were quite bold in terms of the tracks on there obviously address various mental health issues. Is that linked to your personal experience?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've had like anxiety since I was about 12, and just like random panic attacks that you kind of wake up with in the night kind of thing that don't really have any explanation for. But yeah, I think I've managed to, over the last 3 years, manage it and sort of get the panic attacks down, but with sort of like a healthy lifestyle and diet and exercise and stuff. But yeah, it does creep back in now and then. But yeah, I just thought I'd write about it.
Do you think music helps that?
Yeah, definitely. It's a way to get your emotions out.
I think you've been really open and honest on your Insta in terms of like connecting with people and engaging with them, and like particularly during the pandemic, talking about your side of things and engaging with people to make sure that they're feeling okay and all that kind of stuff. like, why did you decide to do this? Was it an active decision, or did it just kind of come naturally? Or
I think like connection is like a really big part of a human like need, like even if we don't realize it, and if we are like sort of people that like to be on our own, like I feel like just human connection is so important for like mental health. So yeah, I guess like it's just everyone is all stuck on their own, and it's a good feeling to try and lift other people up as well. It makes you feel good, I suppose, as well, and just check in on people, and yeah, if that makes sense.
yeah, I think so. I guess, did you do it with an obvious awareness that you wanted to raise like the mental health profile, or did you just feel like it was important to talk about?
um Probably just a bit of both, really. And like as someone that's like experienced mental health, when I first discovered um like I had anxiety and started the whole anxiety journey, it seemed like no one knew even what it was. It was a bit of a new thing, so there wasn't any help out there that I could get. And so I think like, yeah, trying to use what knowledge you have now to check in on others, yeah, if that makes sense. I think, yeah, so it's important. And also I feel like I think a lot of my followers sort of follow me because I'm a bit of an advocate for it, because of my music, and so I think they like to hear about it sometimes as well.
Was it hard for you to write about it musically?
No, it came out really quickly, I think, because it was like an experience kind of thing, if that makes sense.
So did you find writing about it a bit of an outlet?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, because it's like those feelings aren't inside you anymore. It's all out on into the open.
So I guess in a weird way, it's kind of part of the recovery process for you.
Yeah, probably.
So obviously we've had a year of craziness, where we've all been in and out of lockdown and whatever else. What would you say was the biggest challenge for you as a musician?
Um, not being able to do like the paid gigs and things, and yeah, probably the financial part of it, but yeah, and that feeling of like performing proper gigs to real people kind of thing, rather than like online, and just getting that energy and bouncing it back from people.
Yeah, so hard. Because you did do some live streams as well, didn't you?
Yeah, actually
What was that like?
I did a couple right at the beginning of lockdown, and I think that was more like me putting pressure on myself to sort of um keep my followers sort of happy, but I think I was putting too much pressure on myself that time, because I wasn't like happy at all with how like they came out, and then I kind of regretted doing them. So I just thought, I'm sure they wouldn't have even been bothered if I hadn't done a live stream. So just like, so, but yeah, I'm sure I'll get back to it in real life.
I'm sure they would have been bothered, and I'm sure it was really nice for them to see you play live and stuff as well.
Oh, thank you.
Was it weird kind of performing but having no like round of applause or anything?
Yeah, definitely. I was just here in this little room, and I had like disco lights going, and you can see like so many people have joined, but you can't see all of their names, and then it's like, oh, who's that? And yeah.
Then you get people commenting, and also it shows you people that have left the stream, right? So is that off-putting? Because you're like halfway through a song and then it says, I don't know, Emma has left the stream or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, why have they left? And it was funny because a few of my little brother's friends were like commenting, taking the mix, saying, sing such and such song, like, and Mickey takes.
Oh, no. Is it kind of like being heckled, but through a chat?
Yeah, sometimes, but luckily it was just my brother and his friends taking the mic, but yeah.
It's safe to say I've come on a little since the start. at you with your college degree, thinking you're better than me. Really not important to me. I'm not afraid to step out of that line. No, I don't follow crowds. And I think that's why I'm going further than you now. Still got your head in the clouds. Oh, there's people all around me saying, don't expect too much. If you want a real job, get in touch. Telling all these stories like they think they know their stuff. I just prove them wrong when I say, look at me now. I'm 9 months in and I'm smashing all my goals here while you're out drinking. I'm on the radio now, but look at you with your college degree, thinking you're better than me. It's really not important to me, 'cause I'm a CEO. And are you trying to be friendly with me? I'm on the radio 3 times a week, and I'm selling out shows as you speak. And what about you on your treadmill of education? Good luck with your graduation. Look at me now, 9 months in and I'm smashing all my goals here while you're out drinking. I'm on the radio now, look at you with your college degree, thinking you're better than me. It's really not important to me. Yeah.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
So how have you spent, like, apart from live streams, how did you spend the time? Were you able to record stuff? Were you able to write? Or
Yeah, I've done like quite a bit of writing. I have managed to get into the studio that I go to during, like, when the tiers were lower and it was allowed, kind of thing, and record I think 3 new ones in the lockdown, so they'll be able to get released soon. And then writing, recording, and I've been trying to build up like TikTok and stuff, but it can be
how's
quite
that going?
it was I did it quite a lot at last year in the lockdown, and yeah, I was, to be fair, finding it was a bit much, so I had to stop, but I'm trying to just slowly get back into it again.
Because that leads me really nicely to my next question, and that is your sea shanty video
Okay.
on TikTok. Because obviously there was that sea shanty song, which I think got to #1, didn't it, around the country, and you kind of did your own take on it for Derbyshire.
That's right.
And it got loads of recognition, like on Capital and stuff. What made you decide to do that, and talk us through, like, what happened with that?
Wow. What did make me decide to do that? I don't actually know. I think, to be fair, I'm quite good at, like, jumping on trends, and so I think, to be honest, I was like, it was a time where I just had, like, another bit of a rough mental health patch at the start of the year, and I was just trying to, like, get myself back into, like, a space to get creative again and on it again. So I thought, like, oh, I could just turn this into a Derbyshire one. I don't know, it was just that, really.
So you kind of did it for a joke almost, and then it just got a bit out of hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you expecting it to get that much recognition?
No. And when Capital FM, like, messaged me, I was like, oh my god.
That's so funny. So you didn't just wake up one morning and thought, I'm going to write a sea shanty today. That's kind of how I imagined it to be.
No, I guess it was like trending as well, and then I just thought, oh, I'll just jump on this trend and do something that, that's quite people around the local area can resonate.
Sea shanties aside, what songs do you think have got you through the last year? Or what artists?
My favourite artists are do you know Sam Fender?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Fender. Do you know Zuzu?
No, I don't actually.
She's like a indie pop kind of rocky artist. She did the Sefton Park gig last week.
Oh, cool.
Blossoms. Yeah, she's quite good. Well, I listen to like Radio 1 like all the time, and just the music that they play on there, and I listen to my local BBC introducing show a lot, and I like what they're playing as well.
Yeah. So you kind of get a wide range, I guess. You get like the current chart stuff, but then you also get some of the new and up and coming acts that are pushing through, which is really cool.
Yeah, get balance.
What's next for you as a musician? What are you working on at the moment?
So I'm trying to get like a lyric video together and some last bits of promo to share for my piggyback, and then I've got a new single that I want to release maybe next month.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. I'll keep the name a surprise, I think.
Okay.
But it's a bit more rocky than like usual stuff. But,
cool.
Yeah.
Is that taken from like the constant listening to Sam Fender?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. So we've got a new single to look forward to, and a lyric video for Piggyback. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, exciting times.
Cool. So if gigs were a thing, restrictions had totally come good, and you were told that you could play anywhere in the world, where would you want to play? Which venue?
Probably Glastonbury.
Amazing. And you could collaborate on the stage at Glastonbury with anyone you wanted. They could be dead or alive. Who would be on that stage with you?
Oh, wow. I might say Amy Winehouse.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Nice. And if you guys could have a dream rider when you're on that stage at Glastonbury, what would be on that rider?
A curry.
So random. I was not expecting you to say that.
I'm so obsessed with curries. Oh,
so if people want to follow you on socials and keep up with what you're up to, where can they go? What can they do?
On Instagram it's Charlotte Bettson official. On Facebook it's Charlotte Bettson. Twitter it's Charlotte_UK_, and then TikTok Charlotte Bettson, and then my music is Charlotte Bettson all over all the music platforms, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, and all that.
So you're everywhere basically.
Yeah, everywhere.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and hopefully we'll be able to get you in for a real life session in person really soon.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah, that would be great.
Thanks to Alpha Sessions for having me. This is my final song. I've had a costume change and I'm in a different room, but this song is called Saturday. It's a cover of Sam Fender, my favourite artist. Always tying up loose ends. The unchained melody and a true remedy for the weekend. Just to cure the weekday blues. Raise my heart, ready flame, my pupils give me something. Just to smoothing off the edge. Call me dumb, call me scum, call me plain and simple, as I'm holding on for this. If Saturday don't come soon, I'm gonna lose my mind. If Saturday don't come soon, I'm gonna lose my mind. In hospital whole skin living like an animal, as they try to take my gold. Black mold on the walls, Mr. made 1,000 calls to get it sorted, but my landlord hates my